Welcome back to The Machine, the section of the Grace Commission Ministry where we try to grow in our comprehension of God's holiness and in our conduct with one another. This is part 2 on the teaching of what to obey of Jesus Christ as recorded in the Gospel of Matthew. The verses we have to read today are full of powerful and life-changing messages for us as Christians. In Matthew 5 verse 16, Jesus tells us to let our light shine before others, to be a testimony of the grace and love of God to all those around us. In Matthew 5 verses 23 to 24, Jesus calls us to reconcile with others, to make peace with those with whom we have disagreements, and to be quick to seek forgiveness and offer it to others. In Matthew 5 verses 29 to 30, Jesus instructs us to rid ourselves of anything that causes us to sin, anything that separates us from God. In Matthew 5 verses 34 to 37, Jesus tells us to be honest and truthful, to let our yes be yes and our no be no. He calls us to live a life of integrity and to avoid the temptation to swear oaths.